Well, what do you know? Boom, boom, bam, we're live. How's it going, everybody? See Catfish and Crappie out there. Paul Boyd. There's Team Snag and Whiskers. Sampy. Looks like Sampy was first out there today. Off the res. How are you? 11 awesome people out there watching already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. There's my good friend Kevin. Palmetto Cats. How you doing? Woo! Fishing for Whiskers. How are you today? Appreciate your help last night on the Flathead Challenge. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fish caught last night. Let's get this over here. Uptown Chrissy Brown's out there. How are you? Put this down here. We are. And first of all, happy 4/22/22. Happy 22 day. Catfish and Curtis. Yeah, Captain Curtis says, let's not talk about last night. It was a rough night for him. Jacob, hey Gene out there, how you doing? Kevin's got his hands on the steering wheel, so he'll just be listening. But a lot of nice fish caught last night. And I do believe you did, Tyler. I do believe you did. How's it going? Good to see you. And you'll probably see two stands, both of us out there a little bit later. But we are. There we go. All right. 25 awesome people out there. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. Tomorrow is the Size Matters tournament on the Catfish and Crappie channel. There we go. Now I can see chat. All right. And we've got, there's my good friend Mac fishing. Two stands fishing family member Mac out there. How you doing? Good to see you. About to eat and hit the water. And that's, I think, what we're going to be doing tonight. You're leaving now. All right. Tyler, how were the shad biting? Were they still on fire today? Tyler goes fishing. He fishes a lot of the same areas here on the James River. He does a lot of different multi-species fishing. He's put out a couple of good shad videos. He just put one out about fishing for shad in the kayak. So check out Tyler Goes Fishing. Let's see. Got about 20. Awesome. Yeah, that was my plan, was to go out live today a little bit earlier and try to catch 22 fish for 4/22/22 day. We've got a guest in the back. Let's bring him up now.
What's going on, Stan?
Hey, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Went fishing yesterday. Gonna go fishing again tomorrow after the tournament. I'm a happy man. Going to Mendota in 2 weeks. Holy smokes, who could ask for more?
I'm telling you what, and look, so the frozen tundra is thawing out up there, it sounds like.
Finally, the water got out to a balmy 44 degrees when I was out yesterday.
Woo!
We're cooking with gas now.
Mendota.
What a messed
I
up
think,
spring, man. What a messed up spring.
let me see, Mendota. If I start hitchhiking now, I might make it there in a few weeks. I might.
Oh, you'll make it there in time. We got 50 degrees now. Tomorrow's supposed to be, holy smokes, they're saying 77 degrees, but windy. So I may not go fishing tomorrow. We'll see how windy is. And being the windy city, it gets pretty windy around here.
Oh, I bet. And that's been our spring hasn't been too bad. It's been pretty decent, except wind. Like and I know it's when the temperatures change, you're going to have wind, but we've just had wind after windy day, which Virginia's not known for its winds. You know what I mean?
No. It's known for its tobacco, isn't it?
Tobacco, and Virginia's for Virginia's for lovers. Not that.
Oh yeah, that's just true. I feel uncomfortable you talking to me like that, Stan.
I know I wasn't going to bring it up. You heard me pause there for a second, but once you already start, you got to commit and just go with it. So.
So you're going fishing tonight, huh, Stan?
Yeah, that's the plan. Stand 3 is. I was trying to go earlier today because it's 4/22. It's 22 day, so I was trying to go out there and catch 22 fish today, but now I'm just going to have to do it tonight.
There you go. Man, I could use one of them 22 fish days. It's been a while.
Yeah, and right now we've got hey, there's our good friend El Catfish Grande in the house. How you doing? Let's see, we're up to 25 awesome people watching.
Share it out, everybody. And while you're doing that, give them a thumbs up, and let's see how many people we can get in here for Stan to celebrate 4/22 day.
There's Hillbilly Hippie HHB out there. Good to see her. But yeah, it is the big fish are on fire right now. The big catfish here. Y'all, most of you saw my post there from Stand 3. There was 222 entries, and he's caught exactly 222 inches of catfish in 5 fish. So that's a 44-inch average on 5 fish, and so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we're hoping to continue that streak. Boom, boom, bam. Uncle Jeep, thank you very much with the 4/22 for 4/22 day. Thank you.
Right on, Uncle Jeep. Way to go, bud.
There's our good friend David Smith out there.
What's up,
So, Mark, you've got something interesting going on this weekend.
Yeah, I got the Size Matters Crappie Tournament tomorrow. It's going to be kind of a laid-back thing. I got, 6 entries in there, 6 people in there, so we'll have 6 people up on screen. We'll have a good time. There'll be some prizes and chat and stuff. This is kind of a dry run of something that I got some more ideas for in the not-so-distant future, but I figure I better, since my channel is called Catfish and Crappie, I got to do a crappie tournament. I can't just do catfish tournaments, so we're going to get this all set up. I had some big names lined up to come in here, but they got some bad weather, so they're not going to be able to do it. So when the weather's a little better, you some of the trials and tribulations of the 1v1 March Madness tournament with the weather and stuff. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but, it's all part of it. I mean, it's part of being, like the name says under right here. I mean, I am the tournament director. I got to deal with that stuff.
There you go. I'll be having the I'll have questions for you, I'm sure, because I'm going to be tournament directing some tournaments this year myself. So
you'll do just fine, Stan. I have no I have no doubts that you won't.
Boy, Mark, I tell you, I think I saw you out there last night, but the Flathead Challenge last night on Pontoon Jody's.
I stopped in there for a little bit. I was a little tired, so I hit the sack a little later, but I made sure to stop in there. They got a lot of fish on there, I hear, huh?
Holy smokes, I earned my paycheck last night, that's for sure. It was, they had a 712 and Austin, and I kept getting them mixed up and back and forth, but they caught like 50 some fish altogether. They were on some channel cats, and hey, nothing wrong with that. 50 some, they were 2-poundish channel cats. They had a couple of 3s in there, but it was fun seeing that many fish. And then you had Trophy Seekers Outdoors there, Daryl. They put on a pretty good show. They caught some big fish. Yeah, Fishing for Whiskers was helping me.
Yeah, Daryl's got a perfect storm going on. He's in a really good body of water, and he's a real good fisherman. You put those two together, you're going to get results. Plain and simple.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And I love watching. I know it's going to shock you that I love watching teams. I love watching the duos. When you can see that unspoken teamwork just happen, the way that him and Woody, when there was a fish on, they knew exactly to move the rod over, get the net, go here, go there. I just love that stuff. You see that with, Stan 3 and Dan, and a lot of times that stuff, unless you experience it, that stuff kind of goes unnoticed because it goes so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And, but that's just, so big shout out to them. They are a great team. They work really well together.
They've been doing it for a while, so you got a lot of experience. I got a couple of fishing buddies that I fish quite a bit with or have in the past, and we kind of work the same way. We should probably do some tournaments and stuff, but we're just not tournament anglers. But I see Fishing for Whiskers in chat. Hello, dear. She was doing a great job helping you out with the scoring yesterday, as always.
And I know that's I've tried to help. What did you call it? Keep it honest and
yeah, exactly. Especially if you're doing something solo, it's hard to keep track of everything that's going on. You got the prizes, you got the chat, you got the scoreboard, you got to keep, the tournament going and such and go on. So I appreciate when people like you or Lyle or definitely Chad stop in there to give me a hand tomorrow. I think Lyle may stop in tomorrow. Anybody else who's available will probably come by too. So it's good to have those people. It's good to have them have your back.
Without a doubt.
While I'm here, I need to have your back, Stan.
I know that, Mark. Since day one, I mean, that's that goes without saying, my friend. That's I truly appreciate your friendship, and I've said it before, and I know how you get with things like that, so I'm not going to go on about it. But thank you very much.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I want everybody in chat to send prayers and positive thoughts for Miss Chrissy Brown. She's feeling a little under the weather, and we're all kind of worried about her. So send her some hearts or some prayer emojis in chat. Let her know that we all care about her and that we all hope she gets well real soon.
Without a doubt, much love for, I had much love for Uptown Chrissy Brown before I met her at CatCon. I met her at CatCon, and that just kind of doubled. I didn't think it was possible, but it did. She's awesome lady. I mean, let's put it this way. She's dealt with downtown Ernie Brown for how long? So that right there deserves a lot of love.
She's got her hands full with Ernie, that's for sure. She does. I've given the privilege of meeting her twice before next month. So hopefully she'll be better and she'll be able to get out there and get back on the water. If not, we'll definitely be there. She'll be in our thoughts while we're there. So
without a doubt. Hey, there's our good friend Tony Harrison out there. Two Stands Fishing family member, Tony Harrison. Appreciate you. Hilljack says, hey, y'all. That's right. We got some prayers out there for Hilljack.
Absolutely.
He's got some, the medical issues. Had the second bag of poison today. Well, Hilljack been in my prayers. I was glad to see him. He's been doing some lives at home with some stickers and things like that. So that's always good to see. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
I had a family member go through the same thing, HJ, and he still with us. I should say she's still with us, and she went, through hell and through the ringer, and she fought it. So keep your head in the game and stay positive, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's that's one thing about a family. There's so many of us that are going through different tribulations and trials, and that's kind of it's kind of one of the things that when I start getting down on myself, I'm like, man, you know what? Like you said, I'm going fishing. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Stop giving the smallest violin party and just shut the hell up and go do it, man.
Yeah,
let's see. There we go. Chris Everett's out there. How you doing? There's Half Century Catfishing. I saw him today over there on Real Time Catfishing.
I saw a little bit of that. I was in there for a minute or two. I was working, getting ready for tomorrow for the tournament and stuff, and I was kind of watching in the background.
And oh my goodness, talk about another woman that deserves some praise dealing with John Parker.
Yeah, she's got her hands full too.
Woo! Did you see when he tried to crush that?
Yeah, I actually did see that. I was like looking at my other screen. I'm like, what in tarnation? I had to rewind and see that again.
Oh my gosh.
What's
Muddy River Catfishing. How's it going, Chris?
What's going on, Chris? I got my hoodie on as always. Keeps me warm whenever I'm running in and out of the house.
There's Lizabella K, a TK from up the way. How you doing?
I hope she's feeling better too.
Oh, Lizabella was sick.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
All right, positive vibes and thoughts and prayers to everybody.
That's it. I mean, everybody.
Let's talk about fishing. Let's keep people's minds off of things.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm guessing you're going out on the James tonight, right? You say you're going to stand 3?
Of course. And
what's the
like
plan
I said,
of attack for the night?
Well, the plan of attack is kind of changed a little bit, but Uncle Jeep, boom, boom, bam. Thank you very much. Newest member, Uncle Jeep. Thank you. Plan of attack is for tonight. Today is 4/22/22. So originally I was going to
that already, Stan.
I know. But originally I was going to go out there and try to catch 22 fish earlier today. But the more I'm thinking about it, if I go live tonight, I'm probably going to have to shoot for 222 pounds of fish.
Don't fudge those numbers. I'm going to have Fishing for Whiskers watch you carefully.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, look at this 35-pounder right here.
Stan's gonna get 227 pounds just to mess it all up. Like, please be 10 pounds, please be 10 pounds, and we have 17 pounds.
Yeah.
The only time Stan's upset, he caught a fish bigger than he thought.
Yeah, tell me about that. Hey, there's our good friend Murillo Family Fishing. There's Uncle Lou is in the house. Of course, we'll have our Uncle Lou rods all the way around the boat tonight.
Of course.
Let's do a 2.2-pound bacon eating contest. No problem. Speaking of the eating contest, that was pretty funny last night. Well, Lyle brought up the shrimp, and him and I having a shrimp or fish eating. Hey, that's a win-win.
You have your hands full with Lyle. I know that. I mean, even if you're a shrimp gladiator like him, it'd still be he'll push you to your limits, if not beat you. I'm thinking.
Hey, I'd still win. That's
it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Wrap some bacon around that shrimp, and I'm all good too.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Jacob asked what I'm fishing. What am I catching tomorrow? No, I'm fishing tomorrow. I never claimed to be catching. Well, I do with my buddies, but I won't do it in public on camera. I'll do it off to the side. But anyways, we'll probably chase either some crappie or some walleye tomorrow. I got some new electronics on my boat, so I'm trying to get it didn't take long to get used to it on Thursday, to be honest with you. But I'm running it through. I'm running it through its paces.
And that's me definitely being an old school type person. The electronics is probably one of the biggest things that has really just in our time that has just come 400-fold. The original electronics were like a plumber's some twine and a plumber's dropped it down in the water to get down. Yeah.
Yeah, it has definitely come a long way. I mean, with the advent, I think one of the biggest, at least for me, one of the biggest breakthroughs was side scan or side view or side scan, whatever you're looking at. That really, especially in the shallow water that I fish and stuff, that really was a game changer for me. Or else you spend so much time looking or trying, and how long do you spend on a time? Even if you know to fish a seam, you know to fish a point, you know to fish drops where you think the drops are. right? How much time do you waste there in that? And this just makes it, more efficient, and you can stick and move a little faster. So I'm not opposed to electronics. And no, I didn't get live scope. I just got a higher resolution fish finder with everything I had, and I upgraded my maps and stuff. So hopefully that'll definitely help. So
Holy smokes! It was Chris from Catfish Clothing. We do a lot of pretty much for catfishing out here on the James. It's pretty much reliant on shad. Fresh caught bait. If you're catching. I mean, you can catch catfish on the chick. All that stuff will work, and you'll catch 20-pounders, 30-pounders. But to go out there day in, day out and catch those 40s, 50s, 60s and up, it's shad. And Catfish Clothing, he put out a video where you saw the shad. And we've experienced this where we didn't have the live scope, but we're marking the shad. We know they're there. And you throw the net and nothing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. Yep.
You're like, what the heck? He literally showed on there as the net is moving. You can see these shad just boom.
How fast they move. Yep.
So it's
my buddy has live scope. He's got the ice pack for live scope, the whatever it's called. But he brought it on my boat. He kind of rigged up a clamp to put the transducer on that he moves from boat to boat, a couple of places. And I was surprised how fast those bait fish move. We were seeing walleye in places we didn't even know they're a walleye. It was pretty crazy. And the stuff you can learn just from a couple of days of being out there with that thing was insane. It opens your eyes and it really gets you rethinking of what you've been doing and how to change it. And definitely take action with some of that.
And for me, what it brought me back to is, my days of fishing in the boat was with my dad in the little John boats, like what we fish in. And with him, man, if you lifted your foot and put it down on the bottom of the boat too hard, he'd be like, "Boy, what you doing? Sit still." And if you put the anchor out, I mean, you had to literally just gently, like he didn't want the anchor better not double tap the boat, no noise at all. And then you start seeing it, and you're like, well, I guess that was the reason for it, because it really does.
Some fish really don't even care. Some really don't. Like white bass don't care, or white perch, they don't care. You bang on that boat, boom, 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 like the old fisherman does, and you'll get them up off the bottom and get them to start biting. It's pretty ridiculous.
Well, and speaking of it, there's a green machine. There's Dan out there. How you doing, Dan?
What's going on, Dan?
Dan is out on the water right now. There's Down East Tackle. How you doing?
How you doing, Josh? What's going on, John Parker?
Look at there. We were talking about John before, and bam, boom, boom, bam. There he is. Good to see. 2 Stands Fishing family member, by the way, John Parker. Good to see him out there again. And I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but he actually had some luck with the eel traps. He had caught some nice eels. He lost the one. It got caught up and stuff, but I saw he put out that he got some beautiful eels. So definitely something I'm looking to try to start
those eels are not cheap either.
Now, we are lucky here in Virginia, like talking with Haz and Brian, all them up in the DC area, like it's almost triggered some business opportunities, but that's a whole nother. But yeah, at the bait shops here, like we can get a whole eel for less than what they charge a pound up there.
Really?
So, oh yeah, it's crazy. But they usually they get a little bit bigger eels. There's only one bait shop. I think it's Riverside. Dan will know better, but it's Riverside Bait and Tackle that they usually have some pretty decent size eels. Let's see. There's Eric B out there. How's it going, Eric B? Bible study Sunday afternoons at 2 p.m. Check out the Eric B channel.
What's going on, Eric? So back to the plan of attack.
Yes.
Did we ever start? So you and Stan are going out fishing. You guys are obviously going to use some shad, you were saying, right?
Of course. We've got some what we normally try to do here And we're blessed that it's a tidal river because
Mhm.
that means we get to use a gill net. And that's just a blessing because you don't got to keep doing the cast net the whole time. But we're able to do that. So the way to optimize that is to have some bait with you. You drop your net. You can throw out a couple poles with the bait that you've already have while you're letting the net soak for a few minutes. Good. A lot of times we'll hook up into something while we're waiting for that to happen. Then we run the net. And then we've got fresh bait to go with. But that's right, Eric B. Appreciate that. But so that's the plan of attack. We've got some bait already. We've got some hickory shad that stand 3 got earlier today. So that's probably what we're going to start with while we try to catch some fresh bait and go from there. But the whole plan isn't even. It depends on what's up with stand 3. He's they're up at the with the newest. They're my newest granddaughter. So once that's over with and we get to go out a little bit later on, he's still deciding whether he's going to bring out the boat or the kayak. Well, if he brings out the kayak, obviously I'm on the bank. Brings out the boat, well, I'll go out in the boat with him. But
What would you rather have him bring out? You want to go in a boat, or it don't matter to you?
it don't matter to me. The boat is easier because even with Dan, Dan's out there. It's it's great. Yeah.
You got all your stuff with you. You're not having to carry it or set it up as much. I get it. Once you get that boat in the water, it's a done deal.
Yep, but then there's the nostalgia. There's that, I love bank fishing. That's part of my roots. That's part of where we started bank fishing, and so I love bank fishing. But if the fish aren't there, you're kind of
you're stuck. Yeah, you got to wait to see if they end up showing up or not.
And there's fishing with the Chad. I had the pleasure of fishing with D and Alicia and Chad too, but they
2
came
out of
here.
3 ain't bad.
Chad's all right. He gets a bum rap sometimes, but he's okay. He's pretty good. But D and they're just awesome. But we had a lot of fun. He was here on the James for the day, and man, I wish we had a better day. But it was just wind.
I'm starting to think that James River is not kind to strangers.
Mark, it's one of those things like, you got to kind of make a set when Muskrat and Ryan Bortz and Has came down the first time or two. It was, but then once you're here and you make a couple sacrifices to the James River, it kind of opens up to you a little bit. But yeah. It can be but Freddie and Nina came, and you saw that Nina caught about almost a 50-pounder from the bank.
Well, how far are they from you?
They are not. I think it's like 5-6 hours. It's
that's still a little ways. Never mind.
Yeah, no, they're not close. It's not like they can just
not
pop
an hour
up
away or something.
No. It's still a trip.
Well, it cost you a rib. Maybe that was the sacrifice.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was. Hey, and if I'm willing, I love everybody out there. If it's just that was a small price to pay, because when Nina caught that fish, I don't know who was more excited. I don't know if it was Nina, if it was Freddie, if it was Stan 3 or myself, but it was like we were all kind of just it was just amazing to see that. The excitement that she had, and then that monster came up top, and you're fishing from the bank, and you pulling a 50-pounder from the bank. That's like, it's amazing because you see the tail come up and the splash and the roll, and
that'll get your blood pumping for sure.
Yeah, so that was like that's been Nina and Freddie coming up here. Honestly, was one of the highlights of this year, and both of them catching they caught their PBs at the same time. Nina caught hers right as we're catching Nina's. Freddie's pole, he's got it down at what is now named as Freddie Point.
Oh.
but and then his pole goes off, so he's down. So they literally, that picture, we have the picture of both of them holding what was their PBs. Freddie has since passed that, but so that was pretty awesome. They came up, and that was just for both of them to get their PB, and then we ended up, a bunch of us, one-tonners, Art and Kyle came up, and
how'd they do?
Well, one-tonners, my fellow Virginia brothers, they're by now they're probably kind of pissed at me because they've come up here like 3 times, and they've managed to catch like 1 4-pound blue cat. But but anyway,
listen to this. I went all the way to Ohio to fish the Ohio River, and you know what I caught on the Ohio River? A channel cat. But I did get my blue while I was out there, just not on the river. So
that does not surprise me. There's Rams Bait and Tackle. How you doing?
I see Richard too. I see Mad Cat or Cat Fishing. What's going on, Richard? How you doing, bud?
I got to meet Richard, Mad Catter, and I got a hat from him at CatCon this year. That was pretty cool. And Quiet Man Curtis out there. Cody Robinson, how you doing? Stonefly 71.
My buddy Sampy's in the house. What's up, Stonefly? Quiet Man.
Yeah, and Mike Sampson, Sampy, we're gonna try to get him. He had spoke to me, oh my gosh, it was last fall even, and trying to get him out on the water and get going live, and then doing some YouTube things, and that'd be pretty cool if we can get that going.
Cody's asking if I'll be out flathead fishing this weekend. I don't think so. I got my tournament tomorrow, and I'm kind of holding on to my bait for another reason, but we'll see. Water's still pretty cold, so I don't know. I'm sure you guys will get on something.
And there's another, there's Team Snag and Whiskers, another highlight of the year so far. They fished the waters here, but like I said, with the James River, it's about fresh bait, and they had the gill net, so we went out, and another PB that was caught, but now they're going out there, they're getting their own bait. They're out there putting some big ones in the boat. They had a great live weekend or 2 ago, and just to be a part of that kind of thing, that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. And yeah, he's saying Stan is good luck to bring fishing. I don't know. Chad might disagree, but
yeah, I saw the 3 of you or the 4 of you in Chad's boat. That was you guys. That was a tight fit in there, but you guys managed pretty good, I have to say.
And the ending was great. Like, we did the live, we did this, and we were trying to get going, and we had some issues. And I think the bright point of the day was they loved doing the gill net. Like, if you've never done it before, that's a pretty cool thing. Like, and he did it. He captained the boat like a champion. We got it set up. We got the gill net set up and ran it, and we caught a bunch of shad in the gill net, so that was pretty cool.
You ever catch more than you can haul in?
Usually not, because if you do it the right way, like, you don't leave it sitting out there. You know what I mean? You put it out there. But yeah, if you don't, you can ask Chad, you kind of set it there, you stay within 100, you're supposed to stay within 100 yards of it, et cetera, et cetera. If you leave it out there, like, yeah, you'll have some issues, but you put it out there, you run it within, like, I don't know, 15 minutes, but a half hour, depending on how comfortable you feel with that area. If you know there's a lot of fish there, yeah, you got to check it pretty quick. But most of the time, if you're doing it the right way, but you can understand when people were saying on the different rivers with commercial fishing, here we are with just this little bitty net. They can have 300-foot gill nets and hoop nets, and that's their money. So if we're able to do this, imagine what commercial
Yeah,
fishermen
commercial
do.
guys that do it day in and day out, they get the hang of it. And
Yeah, and we're not trying to catch the most. We're not trying to catch catfish or the most fish that we can catch. We're just trying to get the bait that bait to
how often
use.
do you get by catching them, like catfish and stuff? I imagine a blue would really wreck one of them nets pretty good.
Yeah, I mean when you get even the littler ones are pain because they kind of wrap in it, and
Yeah.
you got to kind of figure out how to get the. That's right. That's right. When it actually worked for them, the gill net actually worked. It was like yes, it was just a shad, but it was like you would have thought we caught a trophy fish.
Oh, I'm sure it's not as easy as you would think it is. It's always a lot harder than that. So you got to know which way the shad are coming from and going, right? You could probably set up in a spot where they're not frequenting that often, or is it
Yep.
something you just put it anywhere and you'll catch them?
No, you gotta you've gotta you control the depth of the net because it's not from like the top to the bottom. It's only the net is only a few foot in depth. So if you're putting the net out and you don't have the proper anchors and enough rope from the net to the float, and you got your net up in the top 3 feet of water and all the other fish are down at the bottom, well, they're just going to go right underneath.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
so it's and yeah, we weren't live, I don't think, when that happened, but yeah, if you get a big fish, like we had something when I was out there with Team Snag and Whiskers. They ended up getting, we don't know what it was, but this fish hit it and it pulled it right off, right out of the shallows into like a deeper channel. And this fish was pulling this net downstream and it ran into this other thing. And but luckily we got the whole net back out. We didn't get the fish, surprisingly. We were hoping for it because this fish was dragging, and you could see the net, you could see the fish directing the net. And they're big fish get big for a reason. They know how to get away. And he knew right where to bring that net to. I mean, you got the whole river, and there was a spot about this wide. There was about the only way that he could get it to get the net stuck up, and got the whole wide river. That fish went for that 2-foot spot.
Luck of the draw, maybe. Who knows? Or maybe there was a shad in there that he went after.
You never know. You never know. There's a stand 3 out there. So hopefully he'll be getting with me on when we're going to be leaving to go fishing later. There's Gray's Family Fishing. 41 awesome people. Thank you very much for coming in. For those that don't know yet, if you don't have Mark Catfish and Crappie, he's got the Size Matters Crappie Tournament tomorrow morning. And what time is that starting tomorrow, Mark?
It's actually going to start at 7 a.m. Eastern. 8.
Woo!
I think that's what time I got it set for. I know we changed it. Let me double check here real quick. Take me like 2 seconds. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. my time. So 8 a.m. Yeah, 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central time.
Yeah. That is kind of like one of the funny things. Like we joke back and forth about the God's time and flathead time and shovelhead time and potato time. But if you're not used, like East Coast, we're kind of like 8 p.m. We don't think of any other time. And then when you got friends that are kind of in those other time zones, all of a sudden it's like you say 8 p.m.
Yeah, and, you said you'd be on here live at 8 p.m. when you sent me the link. I was like, 8 he's not on it. Wait, okay, now I remember. I got all it does is mess me up. I'm not that big a scatterbrain when it comes to times, people. Not usually. Throw in 3 time zones and then I'm a mess.
That's right. Miller time.
That too.
But yeah, that's the plan. At some point tonight, we'll be out on the river. I'm pretty sure we're going to be going live. It depends on bank or boat or kayak, but that's what's awesome. I love that, and that's kind of what most fishermen I think are out there. Like they do. A lot of people, they'll have the boat. Once you get the boat, it's kind of like, all right, you go boat fishing. But I kind of like that we still do all three. Like we could be on the bank, we could be in a kayak. Well, not myself yet, but you never know. and the boat. So it just it's pretty cool. And one day we could do actually all three, bank, boat, and kayak in one day. And
one's enough for me.
But what's great here is we only live about 15 minutes from the James, 10, 15 minutes away from the James River.
I'm close to my river too. I'm like 15 minutes away.
And this time of the year, a lot of the action is up here. As it gets in later parts of the season, we have to travel half hour, 45 minutes, sometimes even an hour or more. Go down.
I traveled an hour on Thursday stand, and I was like, oh my God, when is this drive going to end? I'm just spoiled. I really am. I'm so spoiled. It was a fun ride. I did pretty good, but it was still longer. And especially at $5 a gallon for diesel, I was not a happy man. So.
And Mark, it's funny you bring that up. Like where we used to live in upstate New York, lived right on a lake, and it was a typical, northern mountain lake, and there was pickerel and pike and bass and bluegills and crappie and yellow perch and your typical northern mountain lake, and that was awesome. But anyways, it was a half hour just to go get milk. So you kind of got, once we moved down here, you got spoiled, and it's like 5 minutes. You're in a Walmart, any restaurant or whatever. So we got kind of spoiled with that. So now it's like, do you believe I had to drive 20 minutes to get to that Walmart?
I got cut by two lights. It was so painstaking.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a few new people in chat here. Let's say hello to Gray's Family Fishing. What's up, Gray's? I see Steve Ransom in the house. There's two hookers catfishing. Miss Linda Fox, hello. Dale Hayslip, I see, popped in here. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Nope. I don't think so.
Don't believe so. I don't believe so. Up to 40 awesome people. That's right. Chad got to meet my daughter, Grace. Chad, she said that she loves the sticker. She's got the sticker. It was funny because that same day,
wait, well, I need to straighten something out with Chad. Chad, someone has to tell you they're your biggest fan, not you tell them that they're your biggest fan.
Yeah, well, she kind of.
Play along.
All right, I'll play along. Yeah, she was talking to Haz and Ernie at the time.
Yeah.
Because my daughter was driving me. We were meeting at the one boat ramp, and it just so happened that same weekend that Haz and Ernie were up here. Ernie the hog snatcher. They were up here fishing, and so anyways, when we're on the way there to meet Chad at the boat ramp, my daughter's going to drop me off, and I got a call from Haz, and he was like, because this boat ramp, you're in Richmond, you're just on the other side of the river from like downtown Richmond, with the big buildings and everything, and all of a sudden you're on this road where it's like there's the river and then nothing, and then it's kind of like the water treatment plant and all this other stuff is there, and there's like one little lane road that goes down to the boat ramp and everything. So they were like, I don't know if we should be going down here and stuff. So anyways, Has called me and we're like, well, we're almost there. So when I told my daughter that, yeah, I need to ride to the boat ramp, I'm fishing today, blah, blah, blah. She didn't realize that I was fishing like with other YouTube people. So when we pulled up and it was Haz and Ernie, she's like, why didn't you tell me that it was other people that we watch on? And then we go and, it's Chad and then. So she's like, oh my gosh.
It's the Chad. Oh.
Yeah. Well, it was more like, oh, it's the D. But anyways,
Yeah, I understand.
No, but seriously, Chad was pretty cool, and I actually have some double Kentucky rigs from the Chad personally, so that's pretty cool.
I think that's your favorite video at Chad's, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt, and it's you know why? Because it's an old school. In my
Oh,
opinion, that rig there, if you go, it has caught everything from bait. A sabiki rig is
yeah,
basically,
it's what it is. I use it for perch downtown all the time.
yep. You know, it's probably caught more fish from freshwater bait to all the way up to big fish and saltwater. That rig right there, if anybody can learn, if you can learn one rig, and all you do is just adjust the size of the line and the hooks. I mean, it's everything from panfish to sharks. I mean, monster saltwater fish. So that one rig, basically, you try different variations of it. But if you learn that one rig, you can catch anything that swims with that rig right there.
There's Ricky's Solo Tex Adventures, and there's Mr. James Alba. What's going on, James? How you doing? DMV
Yeah.
Whisker King in the house. So what's going on, Kenny?
DMV, what's up? He had a great live the other night. He caught a bunch of fish. Yeah, and this is one thing that we've talked about before too. Here in Virginia, I don't know how it is in a lot of the other places, but when you got the boats, obviously you're paying the registration fees and you're paying the gas. You pay all these gas taxes on fueling up the boats and et cetera, and your fishing licenses and blah blah blah. Why are all the boat ramp roads so bad? We pay all the taxes on the boats. They should make sure the roads are good. And it's true. Like here, the worst to get to the boat ramps, it's like these narrow roads. It's almost like they want something to happen.
Now, are you paying boat fee or ramp fees?
Sometimes, and sometimes, some places yes, other places no.
Gotcha.
The ones owned by the state, no, they're free state property. You launch, and we actually had a good idea the one day. Y'all know that I've got some mobility issues and stuff, so we were up at the top of the ramp, and I had the chair sitting there at the top of the ramp, and I don't remember if I was waiting on stand 3 to pull the boat around or the truck around, whatever. But I'm sitting, and you know how many people like stopped and asked me, "Is there a pay? Is this if I would just go out there with like some, yeah, $10 fee,
put an orange
park over here,
get one of them things on your belt to give change out, and you'd be good."
Yep. I tell you what, I could I could rack it up there. But yeah, Stan, he was laughing. He's like, you know what? If we come out here on a weekend, I leave you sitting here.
Chad posted up a link to his video.
That's right. There you go. And it's on both of Chad's channels.
How do I? How many?
I can answer that, Mark. I can answer that one.
All right, please do.
Crappie.
There you go.
That's your name, right? Catfish and crappie.
You know, I would normally answer that question, but sometimes James is kind of mean and he picks on me, so I'm going to leave him hanging.
Oh, only on the new channel now, Fields to Water. And if you're not down with fishing with the Chad yet, go check out the Fields to Water. He's on his old account right now, but check out Fields to Water. That's right. It was the Mountain Dew. Uncle Jeep was and Mark, it's the you ever get to go to one of these cat cons and stuff, and you meet all these awesome people. Just can't say enough. I know you experienced some of that in Mendota and going around and meeting some of the other people, but man, I tell you, at CatCon, it was just from the second you got there to the second you left. I met Uncle Jeep before it started, and man, he was just so awesome. Brought me Mountain Dew.
I hear you had maple bacon donuts.
Oh, maple bacon donuts, and then he brought tacos and stuff the one day. And the funniest part was during the Golden Whiskers award ceremony. You're going up to get the awards, and he's sitting dead center, front row. Kevin's right there doing the ceremony and stuff. And you got to walk past him to get. And I walked past him the first time I looked down, and this is what I saw with Uncle Jeep. He had about an 8-inch piece of bacon. He's just sitting there right in front of Kevin, just slowly eating bacon. It was just, it was just one of the funniest things. Like, Fields to Water is saying it's pronounced fish.
That's what Betty calls me. It's Mark Pshibish. You'll have to trust me on that one.
There you go. Yeah. But I don't know if Stan 3 had. I don't know if he's put it out there in chat yet when he's coming to get me, but I'll be waiting here tomorrow morning still. I don't know when he's showing up, but
Where is he? He'll get there. He won't forget about you.
Hey, there's Sunfish for Fish. He
might be a little bit late, but we have no idea where he'd get that from.
Yeah, no, I don't know where that's. He blames it went on the morning. He blames it on because most times. Oh, I was only joking. I'm joking, Stan 3. I'm joking. They're still in with Hannah in the hospital.
We can talk later.
Yeah,
I hope she's
coming along. Yeah, coming along, doing great. And so yeah, we'll definitely, as that progresses, we'll definitely let everyone know about that. But Sunfish for Fish was out there the other day fishing live against Clayton the Fishing Nut. That was a pretty fun show.
There's Daryl. Speaking
of Daryl, we were just talking bad stuff. I mean, good stuff about you a little while ago. No, I can joke around with Daryl. He's pretty cool. We've had a lot of fun. That one night on Haz's channel, that was we blew everybody away. They had I thought they would catch that we were joking because I'm usually not. Right. I'm usually not the let's say bust. I'm not gonna say that bad stuff about a lot of people or anything. But Daryl and I kind of played that off a little bit. I know everybody was like, "Are they kidding? Are they?" There was literally people that were going to be looking for Daryl at CatCon. How could you be so mean to him?
He got banned off of Facebook for that, or for another time with you and him.
Yes, that was
for the 1v1. He was trying to get picked, so he's trying to go to fight with somebody to get him to pick if they got picked on the Wheel of Misfortune. So, and that's kind of how the whole thing started. Our little thing online kind of came from that. But yeah, thanks. She's doing great. Definitely a granddaughter. She eats and poops a lot. And yes, saltwater. We're going to be doing some. Especially with the other boat that we got now, we're going to definitely be doing some saltwater, some flounder fishing, and different things like that. So that's going to be a lot of fun this year. Sunfish for Fish is saying they caught 70 sunfish that day between Clayton and himself. Yeah, it was fish after fish after fish, and so that's right up Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Panfish Nation, check out Lyle and Mark. If you want to kick up your panfish game, that is
Definitely a great show. Much love for you and Lyle. That's great show. Some of the guests that you all have had on Panfish Nation has just been unbelievable. And if you can't kick up your panfish game by watching that every Thursday night at 9 p.m., you will definitely kick up your panfish game.
We're having the gentleman from 903 Fishing on next Thursday. I'm looking forward to talking to him. His name escapes me, but he's a good dude. He really knows his stuff. So if we're going to learn anything on Thursday nights, it's going to be that night, or that's going to be one of the nights. I'm messaging my wife to let my dog out.
My dogs, I'm telling you, they must have this sixth sense for when I'm going to go live. Because as soon as I'm like, all right, I'll try to do it early ahead of time. Nope, boom. I'm like, all right, I got to be here by a certain time. Within the minute of me needing to sit, all of a sudden there they are, and I got to bring them out.
Or when I'm sitting down to eat, she's got to go out every time. As soon as I sit down, we got like jingle bells hanging from our back door. She knows how to rig them when she has to go out.
Let's see. There's Stan 3 says he saw a flounder tournament in July that he might enter.
Oh, cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, because that's that's what's awesome.
That's it, crappie day.
There you go. That's what's awesome about here in Virginia. It's like we're kind of like Central Virginia. So less than 2 hours, bam, we're down to the Atlantic Ocean. Less than that, we've got some brackish waters where you can catch everything from flounder to blue cats. I mean, it's to the they're all the tolerant fish of freshwater and saltwater fish that are tolerant of that brackish water.
All sorts of fishing opportunities where you're at, aren't you?
Within 2 hours, you can do everything. We can do everything from go all the way up to DC to go to saltwater to Lake Kerr, which is out in the western part of Virginia. So within a 2 hour trip, it's just you can experience pretty much all kinds of different fishing opportunities. There's Whisker Dreams out there. How you doing? Well, Mark, it's 9 o'clock. I know you got the tournament.
8 o'clock.
Uncle Jeep is saying not many panfish in the canals that you fish. Lots of tilapia and carp. Which the tilapia is just crazy to me because that's isn't that like an invasive species that have kind of taken over?
It is. I don't know where Uncle Jeep is from.
Arizona.
Okay. I know in Florida they have a lot of tilapia. In Georgia too, I think. Everywhere you look, but they're invasive. Somebody let them go.
Yeah, and so I think the warmer climates, a lot of those invasive species can kind of thrive because it's similar to the other waters that they're in, and a lot of times they're in different farms or different situations like that, and things happen. And Oscars, I've heard Oscars are now. Used to be in the fish tank.
A lot of the cichlids, they're going nuts down there. Oh, there's all sorts of them. I hear there's red-tailed catfish in some of them canals down there now. So,
well, I would believe it because look how the peacock bass is taking over down there, and same thing. So that would be something else. But anyways, we're gonna jump out of here. It's 9 p.m. I got to get ready.
Sam's got fishing to do.
That's right. I got 222 pounds of fish to catch tonight, I think. Something like that. We'll figure it out. But we're going to have fun. Mark's got the tournament tomorrow, so check out Catfish and Crappie channel tomorrow at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 a.m. I'm sorry, a.m. I got you all confused.
8 a.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Standard time. It's a 4-hour tournament, so we'll be done by 11 o'clock, and we can all go about our day right after that. I'm looking forward to it.
Stan 3 says, you must be excited. You ended the line. Yeah, I haven't been out fishing. This is like the time of the year to get out on the James fishing.
I can't say I blame you. When I went on Thursday, I didn't sleep all night. I was so excited about going fishing. I stayed up all night and then went fishing. You know what I'm talking about, Stan.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I've been kind of whatever dealing with some issues myself and whatnot, but now I'm feeling a little better. Had a doctor's appointment the other day, so feeling a little better, and I'm just like ready to go all night. So we'll see what happens. But
well, good luck, and I hope you guys get on them. Thank you for having me, Stan. I appreciate you.
Oh, Mark, as always, thank you for coming up. It's been always a blast coming up with you, and really appreciate your friendship, like I said. But we're jumping out of here. Thank you very much for being part of Two Stans Fishing. We love each and every one of you. We'll see y'all soon. I'll probably see y'all later in a couple hours. So,
can I have the last word?
Sure.
I don't remember Stan saying sturgeon the whole episode. You're welcome.